and we're just gonna walk around and talk about marketing stuff. How to do authentic marketing. So not marketing that's your marketing, salesy marketing, but how to do authentic marketing. So, most of this will be referencing social media, obviously, without a doubt. That's the best way for businesses to promote their products and or services. But to do it successfully, someone has to know how to navigate the social media waters. So, there's not always a directional arrow saying this way or that way, like there is right here. So, yeah. Yep. And with that being said, like always, all visitors, please report to front office. That's right. Yep. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. So, yep, got a big week coming. The Mavic Air 2 is expected to release, and as soon as it does, I'll have it obviously have it available to order on irixsky.com as well as epicdroneshow.com. So that's going to be exciting. But looking at other things, I mean, it's it's a great time to think of ways to maybe it's not your business, but you want to turn it into your business. Growing your social media footprint, and how to what works, what doesn't work, and best practices for really good growth on social media. So yep, got a lot of people starting to tune in finally. Want to remind everyone this is a live show, so if you choose to do so, you can super chat, or you can super sticker, and that's just a great way to support my channel, to support live shows like this and other videos. I'm an independent YouTube channel, so all of your support, even if it's just commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing, your support is very important. So with that being said, we're gonna wander through these trees here, watching out for ticks, because ticks may carry, or actually some do carry, Lyme disease. So we don't want to get you don't want to get near that Lyme disease, that's for sure. It's no joke. But yeah, yep, we've got a bunch of stuff going on. I hope all y'all are keeping proactively keeping your social distancing up. That's something that it requires people's own determination to do that. I mean, you can't socially distance yourself if you don't proactively monitor, hey, what's around me, where am I going, how can I keep myself distanced from everyone else. So that's all very important. My solution is just avoid crowds and not hoard, but stock up and have enough. I've got, and I didn't hoard, but I just casually stocked up, but I've got about 82 cans of Chef Boyardee. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a cheap thing to eat, and obviously eating that creates a demand for more exercise, such as this. So when you're not eating your typical diet that's healthier, you really need to push hard to to have that daily workout. And I'm just doing cardio. This is just a good walk, trying to walk about 6 miles a day, which is pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, it's important to keep exercising. But yeah, just talking about some marketing. You know, I'm here to answer your social media marketing questions. You know, any questions you may have about, you know, best practices for marketing, whatever. You know, maybe it's your own YouTube channel that you're trying to grow. You know, what do you want to know? And that's you know, that's what I'm here for, is to answer any of those questions. And let's see. Yeah, it's it's exciting to get outside and see the outdoors, you know. There's green grass. It's fun stuff. There's some gravel over here. I'll show y'all some gravel. And again, this is a live show, so, you know, if you choose to do so, the super chat and the super sticker is super cool if you choose to do that. Again, not required. You know, your viewership, you watching, liking, commenting, sharing with others, subscribing. I mean, those are all great things to help support the channel. But yeah, you know, any questions you have, just ask away. I mean, this is a live show, so, you know, we're not, you know, anything is good. I mean, there's never a stupid question. So, you know, ask your questions, and, you know, let's get this let's get this conversation started. So any questions you have, ask away. Just comment like you would on a regular video. This is a live show, so if you type your comment in the comment section, I can see it in real time. Get this conversation going here. Anything, you know, YouTube marketing, Facebook marketing, drones, website information, I mean, you name it. I mean, anything. You know, I'm here to do whatever I can. I mean, that's the reason for these live shows. It certainly is. There's ants all over the place out here. Got a lot of people tuning in. I like this mobile, you know, the live stream from a mobile device. I mean, it's different when you're in the studio and when you can do live chroma key, live green screen. But, you know, it's also cool getting out, you know, just on a smartphone and doing the live show from that. This is just a very casual format, of course. I mean, walking through the grass and, you know, watching the terrain change beneath your feet, your virtual feet. So, you know, tell me, what are y'all curious about? You know, what's going on that's exciting today? What's today's excitement? You know, tell me. Comment below. Let's get this conversation going. Got a very nice weather, you know. It's the sun's out. That's amazing. Out of quarantine, but, you know, proactively isolating, socially distancing rather. So that's always important. Hopefully this term social distancing will be able to go away in the next few months. You know, hopefully this COVID will clear and we'll be able to resume normal. And I don't want to say the new normal, because when you say the new normal, that just implies the problem hasn't been resolved. So I refuse to say new normal. I will say when normalcy returns. I feel that's the best way to phrase it. You know, when normalcy returns, you know, it'll be nice to be able to do you know, normal things like going out and getting getting some Mexican food and some margaritas and eating it in the restaurant, that kind of stuff. But I mean, really, when you think about it, with with this pandemic in play, it's it is I don't know, it's just different. I mean, you don't have to worry about going out. It's bad. That the problem is, it's bad for the restaurateurs. It's bad for them because that's a business, and when your business, unless you were already a takeout type food place, when your business was primarily a dine-in establishment, and then it shifts to takeout only, that's different. And I mean, I guess for some restaurants, that could be a good thing because, they might discover that, hey, the takeout model works better than the dine-in model. And, I think, even after, once all of this goes away, I think what we'll see is we'll probably see a lot of people wanting takeout food instead of dine in, just because they've probably gotten to where because I mean, the unfortunate part, there's not a let's just call it an on-off switch. It's not like oh, the pandemic's clear, green light. It's not like there's a little gauge that says, oh, okay, it's 100% gone. It's not like a gas gauge. It's just, I don't think, and that's one thing, to assume that something is gone based upon what others say would be, in my opinion, a dangerous assumption. So, for that reason, I think this will, I think that even after it may be somewhat officially communicated that it's gone, I think that what you'll see are people that are, they're still under the impression that it's not. And I don't know, I mean, but, looking at this from a marketing perspective, it's been a pretty cool, not cool, I don't mean that. I mean, it's been a unique opportunity to explore different business models, and not just explore different business models, but explore different marketing techniques, things that businesses may not have thought about in the past, but because of the current climate, things that may work, different types of marketing rather. So, that's exciting. I mean, it's not exciting why a lot of people are exploring different ways to market their products and or services, but the fact that it is being explored is, that's pretty exciting. So, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of good stuff coming. I tell you, from at least from my perspective, from a marketing and entertainment perspective, something I'm most excited about right now is the Mavic Air 2. The Mavic Air 2, or the Mavic 2 Air, whatever you want to call it, should release on Monday. So as soon as it does, again, I'll have the Mavic Air 2 on my website, as well as all the accessories. And as soon as I receive mine, I'll be doing the unboxing, the review, the field test, answering all of your questions. If a question is good enough to where it justifies a video, that's an opportunity to go to the field and test whatever on camera, and then post it on Irish Guys Adventure Channel and Epic Drone Show. So, yeah, that's gonna be very cool. And yeah, so I mean, what are y'all, during this time, what are y'all working on that's exciting? Have you discovered any new marketing strategies that you'd like to share? Have you tried some new things that failed? You looked at your analytics and maybe maybe your YouTube channel's response to the new marketing wasn't good, or maybe there's an experiment you performed and and YouTube analytics indicated that it was a great success. What did you do, and what did analytics tell you as far as how it performed? I mean, did they say that it performed well? Was it a failure? Was it kind of in the middle? What was it, and what were the results? The results according to analytics. And you'll find on this channel, all my stuff, I base success and failure upon analytics. I can pin a number to almost any situation, and then I can use the numbers to determine, without any sort of bias, I can use the numbers to determine if something was a success or if it was a failure. So, that's a great, great thing to remember. With marketing, when you run these new marketing experiments, when you perform a marketing experiment, it's important to have data prior to the experiment, and then also have data a few days and a few weeks and a few months after the experiment, and compare that data and see what it looks like. And then also look during that time frame that the experiment was being performed, and see if maybe there were current events or product releases, etc., that could have skewed the results of that experiment. So, for example, you may have had, trying to think, here's a good example. So if you had if your channel was linked to some sort of, let's just say, what would be the word for it? Oceanic cleanup product, some sort of product that could clean the ocean. And, maybe that was your business. And then after you while you were performing your experiment, you saw a surge in views, a surge in sales. And, looking at that, you may falsely assume that the success was the product of the marketing campaign. But in reality, the success could have been part of a let's just call it a disaster, like, for example, the BP oil spill. So, if that had occurred during the time of the marketing experiment, maybe it wasn't the marketing experiment that was successful. It was the fact that there was a heightened demand for the product that was being marketed, the product and or service. So, always be aware of other things that are going on concurrently that could skew your results for the better or for the worse. Don't assume that just because the analytics show an outstanding success, don't assume that that's the product of your marketing efforts. It could be the product of something in the world around you. So, keep that in mind. That's important to remember. I know y'all have got some questions. I see a lot of people out there, and I know y'all have got some questions. So comment, and I bet I've got answers. I bet I do. If I don't have an answer, I'll tell you I don't have an answer. I'm not here to fluff. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just a guy with a few cameras that does a lot of YouTube. So, ask away, and I'll try my best to answer and hopefully provide some value. Apologize for the background noise. I am keeping a safe distance, but there's a lot of cars on that road, man. There are. And I hope they're not going to interact with others in an enclosed space. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, it's some pretty cool stuff. It really is. So we got, who's that just joined us here? There's the dog barking. The dog's like, hey man, I want to be on your YouTube channel. Yep. Okay, well, we got more people tuning in. So what's on everybody's radar today? What do y'all see going on? What do y'all see going on today? What is your favorite quarantine food? Do you have a favorite quarantine food? Let's see, let's do a calorie count. So far, this live show has burned 137 calories, which is not much at all considering how much junk I've eaten. Yes, definitely not. Woohoo! Walking and talking. Walking and talking. Yeah, it is about 70 degrees, man. It doesn't feel bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Yeah, we had a good one yesterday. I think because it's Friday, I think a lot of people are just really quiet. You know, it's you would think, and maybe this is a bad time. It's about 7:30 p.m. New York City time, so yeah, I guess everybody's kind of getting back into their quarantine, and we're not back into their quarantine, but what's the word for it? Probably still in their quarantine. You probably, man, I've been watching a lot of shows on at night. I've been addicted to a few different series on Netflix. There's one, I don't know if y'all have seen it, it's called Money Heist. Money Heist is a really good show. And then there's a new one. Well, Ozark was excellent. Just finished season 3 of that. And then there's one called Waco, which is, I don't know if y'all remember that, but David Koresh, that dude out there that was all over the news many years ago. So I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, there's stuff to watch, but the main thing is, anytime you can, watch Irish Guys Adventure Channel where you're watching this, because it's important. It helps the channel grow, and that's super important, especially right now. I've got a lot of content coming in the next few hours. I've got some stuff I'm going to be working on, so stay tuned. The acoustic panels, the sound dampening excitement in that, and due to safely escape quarantine, get some exercise. 159 calories so far. That's not great. That's the thing, man, with walking, when you don't have a gym to go to because they're closed because of the pandemic. All gyms are closed, and it's a good thing because you don't want to be indoors around other people. But it's frustrating when you're trying to, because I was getting pretty ripped up, and then the gym closed, and obviously I don't have a gym in quarantine because I don't want to, occupy space with gym equipment, and I don't want to incur the expense when I've got a gym membership. So anyway, it's pretty crazy, man. It is crazy. But yeah, all of your marketing advice